Okay, so it's been a wee while since we've done a video, so I thought we'd do another one, obviously, because it's nice to put some up a little bit more regular than I have been. We're going to do a glutes-based session today, or a butt-based session, whichever you prefer. You're going to do a little bit in standing, and then you're going to go onto your hands and knees, onto your side, onto your back, and then even you up on the other side, and then we're done. Again, don't work into any pain. Do with what you're comfortable. You know your body better than I do, so just work with what you are able. I will try and give you the easier option for each exercise. If things are feeling a little bit tougher, a little bit sore, just take a wee break for a few moments and then come back and join us, all right? So we're gonna get comfortable in the middle of your mat in standing, alrighty? So, from this position, you're gonna bring your feet slightly wider than your hips, and we're gonna start into some nice gentle squats, okay? You're gonna take it down so that the weight is into your heels, as low as you comfortably can, and then back up, okay? So from a side on position, I'm there, and we're gonna go down and come back up. Make sure you bring your hips all the way through when you rise, so it's a definite down and a definite up. And you're gonna go for another 8, and up, 7, and up, shoulders down. Nice and relaxed with the breathing. 5, up, long through the back of the neck. 3, 2, and 1. You're going to hold it there for 10, 9, 8, shoulders down, wriggle your toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of lunging now, and you're going to go round in a circular fashion. If there was a clock face on the floor, you're going to take it forwards into 12 and back, over to 1 and back, out to 3 and back, behind you for 6 and back, and across to 8 and back, okay? So 12, back, 1, back, 3, back, 6, back, 8, back, 12, 1, 3, 6, 8. Okay, 12, 1, 3, 6, staying on the same side, 8, back. You're going to go back the other way for 4, 8, 6, 3, 1, 12. Okay, 8, 6, 3, 1, and 12. Good. 8, 6, 3, 1, 12. Last one on this side. You're going to go 8, and 6, and 3, and 1, and 12. Good job. Go with the other leg. So we're going to go around the other way now, okay? So we have to figure it out backwards. So you're going to go 12, and 10, and 9, and 6, and 4, and back. 12, and 10, and 9, and 6, and 4, and back. 12, 10, 9, 6, 4. Good. 12, 10, 9, 6, balance, 4, and one more round going forwards, and we'll do a few going backwards. 10, 9, 6, 4, good job. Last one, 12, 10, 9, 6, 4. Ready? backwards. 4, 6, 9, 10, 12. Good. 4, 6, 9, 10, 12. Good. 4, 6, 9, 10, 12. Last one. 4. Nice and tall with shoulders. 9, 10, 12. Good. Nice and relaxed, hands on hips. You can stand on just your left leg. And all I want you to do is to lift your right leg and you're going to sweep it out back towards that 4 o'clock position. Up with the knee to hip height, out and back, up, whoop, out and back. Try and keep your balance. Out and back, and in, out and back, and in. Really thinking about all that power coming from your glutes as you lift and extend, lift and extend. So I don't know where you want your hands. You can have them in front, or you can have them to the side, or you can have them on your waist. Make sure that you're getting that really nice elongation, length through the leg, and coming out on that angle. So your other legs start to feel a little bit tired as you work that moving leg. So you're working them both. Your moving leg is really going to feel it around the glutes. Try and stay nice and strong around the hips. You're going to feel it in your calf. We're going to go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it out there and hold it. You're going to pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Nice and strong. Really power through that bum. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up, bring it down. You do the same on the other leg, okay? So, nice and strong and steady. Get level on that right foot. Left knee up to hip height. Whoa, balance. And then out behind you on that sweep. You're going to go for a nice, strong, consistent move. I find it a little bit easier if I involve my arms in that nice running motion. Just gives me a little bit of counterbalance. Again, you can do what you like. You can keep your arms out to the side if you so wish, or you can keep them out in front. Move them as you go. Just make sure you're getting nice and controlled with the balance. And if your ankle's a wee bit dodgy like mine is on the right, you'll find it a little bit harder on one side than the other. And that's okay, because no two halves of the body are exactly the same. We're going to go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to pulse it there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there, nice and strong. Really squeeze around that butt. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, or 1. Bring it in, place it down. Give your legs a little bit of a shake, okay? They should be feeling that a little bit. You're going to come to the far end of your mat and you do a couple of roll downs, okay? So feet nice and steady underneath you. You're going to peel your spine forwards from the top down, keeping the weight on the balls of your feet. Feeling a bit of a gentle stretch on the back of those legs. And then you're going to uncurl from the hips to the shoulders. Nice and wide head on top. We're going to do 4 just like that. So you're nice and relaxed through that top half. You're not sticking your butt out. You're getting a nice smooth articulation through that spine from base to top and from top to tail. Good. Nice deep breath in, feel that stretch. Again, only go as far as you're comfortable, not into any pain. Nice and long, wide with the shoulder blades, and you're going to come down for 1 more. Okay, on this one, you're going to stay there, you're going to bend your elbows, and you're going to hold your arms, and you're just going to give it a gentle rock from side to side, okay? Nice and relaxed with the head, give it a wee shake, no, and a wee nod, yes, just to get yourself nice and loose around the shoulders. You're going to pop your hands on the floor, knees on the floor, and we're going to take it into a little bit of 4-point kneeling. Okay, so if you need a little bit more cushioning, feel free to roll up your mat a couple of times, just to give yourself a little bit more buffer on your wrists, so you've got a little bit more padding if you need to. Equally, you can do it through your knuckles if you wish. Okay, so from here you want your hands kind of underneath your shoulders, and you want your knees kind of underneath your hips. I'm going to come slightly further up my mat here. Okay, you're going to take your right leg out, nice and long, and all I want you to do is take it out to the side, and you're going to lift it over and back, and then over back to the outside, okay? So I want you to imagine you're drawing a nice, tall, long rainbow with that foot as you lift it over and return it down. Up and over and down and back. So you're aiming for as much strength as you can around the middle, keeping your back nice and level. You're really pushing away from the earth with your arms, so nice and long through the back of the neck, shoulders down away from the ears, keeping a bit of control at the middle and strength, and concentrating hugely around those glutes, okay? As you go up and over, and up and back. Good. We're going to go for 10. Keep the knees straight, it all comes from the ass. 8, 7, 6. If it is too sore, take it through a smaller range of movement. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it in. You're going to change legs. So you bring it out towards the outside edge of your mat, nice and strong as you push away from the floor, nice and engaged around the middle as you lift over. And you're going to cross that other leg, so you're actually bringing it quite far over that other side of your mat. Trying to keep it nice and stable and nice and strong. There's no bend at the knee. It all comes from the hip and the glute as you take it through that full range. Over and back, over and back. Really concentrating mind to muscle so you get the best out of this you possibly can. I've got a feeling I might be a little bit sweaty by the end of this, and rightly so. It should be hard, but your backside is really important for not only your back, but your pelvis, your hip, your knee, your ankle. Gives you a lot of stability, gives you a lot of power, gives you a lot of control. So we've got to look after it. Plus it's pretty nice to sit on now and again. Okay, you're going to go for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. From here, you're going to bend that right knee, take that foot towards the ceiling, leading with your heel. You're going to kick towards the ceiling. Really thinking about keeping that foot flat, leading with the heel, trying to push the ceiling away. You're going to feel it a little bit in your hamstring, but you really want to be concentrating on it coming from your backside. You're going to go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. Pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Good job. Change legs. Keep the knee bent, heel towards the ceiling. You're trying to keep your floor knee underneath that hip as you go for 1, 2, 3. I'm going too fast with my count. Unusual for me. Okay. 6, 7, 8. I'm a little bit weaker on this side. Keep that knee bent, heel towards the ceiling. 9. Okay. And 10. And you're going to pulse it up there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, a 1. Bring it in, good. Feet together, knees apart, sink your bottom down towards your heels, walk your hands away, give it a little bit of a stretch at this point. Nice deep breath in, nice deep breath out. Really fill those lungs, okay? When you're ready, you're going to bring it forwards into that nice, gentle cobra position. So relax your hips towards the mat, let your head look towards the ceiling. Okay, back onto your hands and knees. From here, we're going to do a little bit of Superman, okay? So again, knees underneath hips, hands underneath shoulders, and it's opposite arm, opposite leg. So nice and strong at the middle. You want to be able to balance a tray of drinks from your neck to your knickers. Nice and strong as you slide your opposite arm, opposite leg out. Lift and in. Out and in. Really smooth if you can. Really concentrating on it all, working around that hip. Shoulder down away from your ear. Really pushing away from the floor. Nice and long through that move. Trying to get the leg as straight as you can. You're going to go for another 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Change sides. In, out, in, out, in, out. Again, aiming for that full length. Keeping that leg about hip height if you can. Really getting as smooth a move as you can. You're going to go for another 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Keeping that nice position. All we're going to do now is what's called your fire hydrant. So you're going to keep your knee in line with your hip. You're going to cock your leg and then bring it back in. Out and in. Trying to avoid, as much as possible, any rotation or turning of the hips away from the floor. So you don't want to be sinking and returning. We want to try and make sure, as much as possible, that you're keeping your hips facing the floor. You're going to keep your foot in line with your knee, so it's a lift of the whole leg and down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change sides. Lift and turn. Lift and lower. Good. Nice and strong and steady. Really taking it through that nice consistent range. So if I was to turn face on, it comes up and it comes down. So you can see that it is not a rotation, it's a lift. Okay? Nice and steady. Up, down, up, down. 10, 9, 8, 7, you're doing really well, nice and strong. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So feet together, knees apart. You're going to sink into that child pose once more. Nice and long with your arms. Really sink those hips back if you can, as low as you're comfortable. Relax your forehead on the floor. If it's too much around your shoulders, you can fold at the elbows, rest your forehead on the back of your hands. Nice deep breath in, nice deep breath out. So you should feel a wee bit burny in the backside, alright? And you should also feel a little bit sweaty around the edges, because I definitely am. Okay, so that's, you'll be delighted to know all the leaning you're going to do through your hands. So give your wrists a wee roll round, alright? And then from there, we're going to take it down onto your side, okay? So if you've got a cushion or a pillow, you can pop that in. If not, and your shoulder is comfortable enough to do, you're going to stay lying down on your shoulder. So you can start with your knees tucked up if you so wish, or if you want to make it harder, you can lengthen that bottom leg, okay? So from here, nice and relaxed at the chin, so you really lengthen through the back of the neck. Shoulders down away from the ears. You tuck the ribs back as if you're spooning, and you go long on that top hip, so you've got a little bit of a gap between your waist and the floor. From here, you can extend that top leg, okay? And we're going to do our rainbows in that position. So you bring it slightly behind you, bring it up and over to the front and up and over to the back. Trying to make sure that everything stays nice and steady here from where you put it. You can place a hand on the floor for a little bit of support if you want. And again, all this movement comes from the hip, none of it from the knee, okay? So nice and smooth and controlled as you lift and lower. And again, you can make it harder by straightening that bottom leg, or even just lowering it a wee bit will make it a little bit harder because you're reducing that base of support. You're bringing it all into one line. And that in itself can make things a little bit more challenging. As we control the move, nice strong lift and lower. Strong at middle, relax the shoulders. As smooth as you can make it with that leg. You're going to go for another. 7, 6, 5, strong, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, bring it in. You're going to lift your feet up to hip height without sinking at the waist, so stay nice and long. And you're going to lift that top knee and lower. So you're going to try and control the lift and the lower, don't let them just flop together, and don't just throw that knee up. It's a very deliberate, considered move, and you should feel it on the outside of that bum cheek, okay? We're going to do this for another 3, 2, and then 1, and then what we're going to do is we're going to push that foot away. So you're going to push it away, bring it back, lower it down. Lift the knee, push the foot away, bring it back, lower it down. Now of course you can do this with both feet on the floor. If this feels a little bit too much today, that's absolutely fine. And you don't need to extend that leg either, you can just have a hold there until the foot comes back in and then down. So you can lift, extend, try and keep that bottom foot nice and high. So that's having to work your lower glute as well as your upper glute. So one is being dynamic and the other one is acting as a stabilizer. As you get as smooth as you can and as consistent as you can. Okay, so we're going to make it a little bit more interesting in a second. You're going to go for another 3, 2, and 1. Good. And all we're going to do is lift the knee, lift the foot, lift the knee, lift the foot, lift the knee, lift the foot, and then you're going to go straight back into your push away and back and down. We're going to do 3 of each, straight out alternating, okay? And 3. So you go back to knees together, feet apart, feet together, knees apart, knees together, feet apart, and change. Last one. Now you're going to lift, push, return and down. Keep the feet long and high. Last one, up, out, back, down, dancing climb. Okay, so knees apart, feet apart, knees apart, feet apart. Last one, knees apart, feet apart, and then your last round of push-aways. Good, nice and strong. Don't roll towards the ceiling. Really try and keep your hips facing that front edge of your mat. Last one, good. Down, bring it forwards, wrist down, give it a wee rub. That's good, that's really good. Okay, so from here you're just going to extend that top leg out. Bend that bottom knee up forwards in front of you, okay? Top leg out behind you. You're going to lift it up to hip height and you're going to do, if your bottom leg was at 12 o'clock, you need to bring your top leg back to about 2 o'clock, okay? And from there you're going to do some circles. We're going to go clockwise for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you're going to go anti-clockwise for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to bring that leg forwards. And again, if that was 12 o'clock, you're bringing it to about 10 o'clock. And we're going to go for 10. Again, all coming from the hip. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go back the other way. 10, nice and strong, shoulders down away from the ears. 7, smooth as you can with those circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, boy. That one I definitely feel. So give that a wee rub, give yourself a wee break. Oof. Roll over onto your back. Scoot those knees in for a wee bosey. Stretch out those glutes a wee minute. You're going to lengthen that left leg, keep the right leg in. Nice deep breath in, nice deep breath out. And then you're going to pop it down, you're going to change legs, so bring that left leg in, keep that right leg nice and long. Nice deep breath in, nice deep breath out. That's good, okay. So we're going to do a few on your back now, okay? So you're going to bend your knees up, pop your feet together, and we're going to do a little bit of bridging. So no cushion at this point. You're going to shoulders down away from your ears, arms nice and relaxed by your side, feet together, knees together. You're going to lift from hips to shoulders, and then you're going to lower it back down. Then you're going to take your feet to the outside edges of your mat, and you're going to lift again, okay? And then you're going to lower back down, okay? Feet together, lift it up, lower it down. Really considered, very deliberate, very specific. Feet to the outside edges of your mat, lift from hips to shoulders, and then lower from shoulders to hips. Feet together, hips to shoulders, lower from shoulders to hips, okay? And out. Lift, nice and strong. Pause for a moment before you lower it back down. So it's not just a case of throwing your hips up and letting your bum drop towards the floor, as nice as that would be. I want to try and get as much out of this exercise as you can. Breathe out on the effort. Nice and relaxed around the shoulders and the neck. Feet together, knees together. Scoop up with the hips. Lower down from shoulders to hips. Feet nice and wide apart. Scoop from hips to shoulders. Lower from shoulders to hips. Feet together. Hips to shoulders. And down from shoulders to hips. Feet apart. Here we go. Nice and steady. And then lower. And then together. We're going to do 3 more just like this, okay? And then we're going to try adding in just another couple of exercises, okay? Nice and controlled. And down. 1 more, all the way up. And down. Good. Feet together, feet apart even, sorry. All the way up, and then all the way down. Good. Right, from here, you're going to put your hands at the back of your head, elbows nice and wide. So shoulders down away from your ears, ribs stacked above your hips, nice and relaxed. Nice pelvic neutral. These are what's called your 5 key elements that I keep running through, okay? So if you're not familiar with them, check on one of the playlists on my channel and it'll link to a 5 key elements video that's really worth knowing about. It's kind of the foundation for every Pilates move you do, okay? So from here, lengthen through the back of the neck, shoulders down away from your ears, ribs nice and relaxed, good, pelvic neutral, nice and strong at the middle. You're going to scoop your right leg up and your left leg up, okay? Now scoop your head and shoulders up without flattening your back against the floor, okay? From here, you're going to open your right leg, bring it back in, open your left leg, bring it back in. And your hands are there really as a nice support for the head and neck. If it's too much, if you're getting any head or neck pain, just rest that head and shoulders back down. But you're trying to make it as challenging as you can. And the foot stays in line with the knee, okay? You're going to go out and back. Really trying to keep your pelvis as steady as you can, as level as you can. And bringing it in. And you want to make sure your knee stays in line with your hip as you go, okay? Nice and steady. We're going to go for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Zip your legs together, reach your hands towards the far end of your mat, and you're going to pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands at the back of your head, straight back into your hip twist. Open, close. Open, close. I'm going to do 5. Okay, so that's 3, 4, 5. And then zip your legs together from hips to toes. Reach your arms towards the far end of your mat and pulse. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands at the back of your head. And you're going to go for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to make the last one nice and hard. Zip the legs together, straighten the knees, reach the hands, and go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Scoop it in. Nice deep breath in, nice deep breath out. Give it a wee circle round those knees so it gives your back a wee bit of a roll on the floor, and then you're going to roll them back the other way. Good going. Okay, so from here you're going to place one foot down then the other, arms towards one end of your mat, toes towards the other, nice and long, big stretch out, deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, you're going to bend your knees, one up then the other, and you're going to just nice and gently roll up onto your bottom. And then you're going to swizz around, and we're going to do side exercises on the other hip so we can even out your bum cheeks, okay? So again, you're going nice and long on that arm, you rest your head on that arm, chin down towards your chest, shoulder down away from your ears. You draw your ribs back like you're spooning, top hip goes out nice and long, top leg goes nice and long. So this is where you're doing your rainbows, okay? So you lift it up towards the front and up and over towards the back. So trying to keep it nice and smooth, nice clean arch, okay? You're trying to make sure there's minimal movement happening at the front, making sure those hips stay in line with that front edge of the mat as you go over, and then arch it back, okay? So you can have a hand at the front if you want it for a little bit of support, or you can place it on your waist. You can make it a little bit harder by straightening out that bottom leg, making sure that everything's nice and relaxed around the shoulders, okay? Nice and smooth, really feeling it all around that hip, all around that glute. Tell you what, I'm going to need a drink after this. This has been good, I think. I hope you guys have enjoyed it so far. You're nearly done, so you're doing really well to make it this far. But it's supposed to be hard, just not painful, alright? Nice and controlled. We're going to go for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Scoop it up. Lift those bottom feet. Again, try not sinking at the waist. Make sure you stay long on that top hip so the feet come up, and you're going to open for that clamshell, okay? And again, it should be the outside of that buttock that you're feeling it, and if it's not, you can try scooping your knees up a little bit higher or bringing your feet slightly further back, okay? But ultimately, it should be your backside that you're feeling that in, okay? And you're going to lift and lower, and again, without sinking at the waist, stay nice and strong around that middle as best you can. Relax around the shoulder, no tension in the neck. And we're going to do another 3, and then we're going to add in your heel push-aways, okay? 1 more, and then you're going to go out, push your heel away, bring it back, lower it down. Lift it up, push your heel away, bring it back, lower it down. Lift, push, return, down. Lift, push, return, down. Lift, push, return, down. All the while trying to keep your feet off the floor if you can. Again, if it's too irritable, then feel free to pop your feet back down, that's okay. You want to make sure you're trying to just have as smooth, as quality a move as you can. Nice and strong and steady. Okay. We're going to do another 4 of these, and then we're going to add in your dancing clam, alright? So that's where you're changing, doing that nice little alternate, 3 of one and 3 of the other, okay? Last one, out and back. So you can take your feet apart, knees apart, feet apart, knees apart, feet apart, knees apart, straight into the heel push, back and down, lift, heel push, back, down, lift, heel push, back, down, feet apart, knees apart, nice and strong, feet apart, knees apart, feet apart, knees apart, feet apart. Here we go. Lift the knee, push the heel, back with the heel, back with the knee, lift, push, return, down, lift, push, return, down. Feet apart, knees apart, feet apart, knees apart, feet apart, knees apart, and push, and back, and down, and lift, and push, and back, and down, and lift, and push, and back, and down. Last one of your dancing clams. 3 and 2, good, and 1 more, good. 3 more of your heel pushes, and down, lift, push, back, down. Last one, lift, push, back, down. Oh, give that a wee rub. We've got 1 more to do, and we'll do a little stretch out, and then you're all done. Believe it or not, who would have thunk it? Okay, so from here, you lengthen out that top leg. Again, imagine that's 12 o'clock on the floor. You're going to bring it back to 10 o'clock, and we're going to do 10 circles. Again, keeping it nice and steady at the middle, and you're going to know which way you're going. So should we start anti-clockwise as we go? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go back the other way. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sweep it forward to that 2 o'clock position, and you're going to go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, oh my god, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round of 10, go back the other way. 10, 9, 8, as smooth as you can, all coming from the hip. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And scoop it in. Oh my goodness. That definitely felt it in my backside. I don't know about you guys, but oh my god. Oh, and we roll over onto your back. You're going to cross your right foot over your left knee, and you're just going to push that knee away from you. Give it a little bit of a stretch. If you want to deepen that stretch, you can lift that left foot off the floor, trying to prop that elbow, that knee nice and wide with your elbow if you can. Okay? Nice deep breath in, nice deep breath out, nice and relaxed around the head and shoulders. Nice and steady so you feel it all loosen off around that hip. And then when you're ready, you're going to change sides. My mini. That is tight. Ouchie. You're just going to hold that as long as you are comfortable. Again, feeling it as a stretch, not as pain as such. So if it's just too much, take it down a level. So for me on my left side, that's too much, so I'm going to put the foot down. Which is absolutely fine, because you don't expect any 2 sides of the body to be the same, do you? So you shouldn't expect the stretch to feel the same on both sides. I think it's a fair assumption there. Okay. Scoop those knees in, give it a wee bosey. Circle round one way, and then go back the other way. Okay. When you're ready, you're going to pop both feet down, nice and long, arms nice and long, really get some length through that middle. Then you're going to bend your knees. When you're ready, you're going to curl up to sitting. Okay. From here, you're going to lengthen your left leg out and cross your right over your left and hug it into your chest, and then you're going to turn towards that right hip. Alright. Staying nice and tall on your bottom if you can. So don't let yourself hang back there, make sure you lift your chest nice and tall. This is where it would be nice to have some plinky plonky music in the background. Okay. And then you're going to change legs, so lift, wrap, rotate. Again, lift that chest nice and high. Good. And then relax it off. Bring your knees together, this is your knees. Feet together, knees apart, nice and tall on your bottom, and just let those knees come to the floor as far as you're comfortable and able. That was good, that was hard. I got a little bit sweaty there, which I hope you guys did too. I'll have to have a wee think and think about what the next one's going to be. If you've got any suggestions, feel free to let me know. You're going to gently assist your knees up, over to the side. You're going to swipe your top leg slightly further behind you, and you're going to come over onto that side and give yourself a nice long stretch through the middle. And then you're going to come up, and you're just going to go across the other way. Nice and relaxed. Good. Okay, good session, well done. So I'm hoping that things are moving nice and smoothly along for you guys. I'll get another video up as soon as I can, and then hopefully we'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.